Crisis! Trump sacks Attorney General with spine. So says the Huffington Post in response to the firing of Sally Yates, the Attorney General. I have to say I find their use of the word crisis interesting. I usually consider a crisis to be something like a building burning down, not Trump breathing. Anyway, before I get into this, I'm going to read a bit from Sally Yates' statement, which, of course, resulted in her being fired. I'm not going to read all of it, just the bits I felt were interesting, because I think it highlights why she was fired, and honestly, in my opinion, why she deserved to be fired. And I quote, "My role is different from that of the Office of Legal Counsel, OLC, which through administrations of both parties has reviewed executive orders for form and legality before they are issued. OLC's review is limited to the narrow question of whether, in OLC's view, a proposed executive order is lawful on its face and properly drafted. Its review does not take account of statements made by an administration or its surrogate close in time to the issuance of an executive order that may bear on the order's purpose. And importantly, it does not address whether any policy choice embodied in an executive order is wise or just." And that really flies in the face of the narrative that Democrats have been trying to push on this one. Because she literally states right there that she's not doing this because the executive order is illegal. It's already been found to be legal. She's doing this because she doesn't like the policy. She doesn't like the executive order. She doesn't like what Donald Trump is doing. That's why she's doing this. She wasn't fired because Trump is an evil, hell-bent tyrant. She's got fired for the most basic of reasons. Not doing her job. This is simple stuff. But the way that Democrats have spun this is like Trump dragged her to the chopping block. And the annoying thing about this is if she really didn't want to do it, she could have just resigned. She didn't have to stick around. The reason that she stuck around was because she wanted to, be a hero, make a stand, make it seem like, she stood in the face of absolute tyranny. Get her 15 minutes of fame, but, it's not heroic. The result was going to be the same. Either she would resign or Trump would fire her. I have to assume that her reasoning for doing this was, she wants to further her own career and garner media attention. Or she could honestly believe she's, the heroic figure she's making herself out to be here. But, I don't buy it.